All right, welcome back to Crypto Front. This is the front line where we are fighting together side by side for financial freedom, and things are getting heated up here with ZEBEC. I mean, for the longest time, we have been talking about this work of accumulation pattern, saying that, look, this thing is loading, and the moment it's going to be breaking out of here, we're looking at price discovery. I think that moment is getting super and super closer as each and every single day passes, because look, the ZEBEC price has never looked back ever since it set a low right here. And I think at this point we are up more than 200%. I think, yeah, that's actually 250%. One of the best performers over the last month, definitely, no doubt about that. But I think that the best is actually yet to come, because what we are looking at right here is so bullish. Before I start, I want to kindly ask you to help me spread the video by delicately tapping the like button. It helps the YouTube algorithm in understanding that yes, this video may be short, but it still is something that the community definitely needs. In my last update, I was talking about this, bull flag that was forming, and it led to a breakout. But I was saying that, look, I think the most important thing is not breaking out of the downward sloping resistance here for the bull flag. Rather, I think that the horizontal resistance is something that is actually much more important. That resistance is right around 0.002, but at this point, is it still a resistance? I think we have managed to break above that level. So now we're looking at what's coming next, because really this could be the moment that the chart is liberated and it will never see prices like these ones once again. So what are we looking at right there? I showed you the bull flag and stuff like that, immediate short term, but I even think that if we look at it a bit further on, we can also see another bullish pattern that is formed right there. This is called a cup and handle formation, and the way to measure your price tickets is to go ahead and take a look at the depth of the cup right there. Then of course at the point of breakout right there, you're looking at something like a 220%, 230%, I would say, to right around 0.006 or basically 0.007 here for the ZEBEC price. Obviously this is not the best that I think ZEBEC can do. I think that the potential is really unlimited, if you ask me. So now the question may be, why are those price tickets important? I think that they are just showing that price discovery is very much imminent here for ZEBEC, because again, if you take a look at it from the neckline right there, pumping another 225% to 228%, like what we said here, we are looking at setting a new all-time high compared to the previous high that we had set back then in 2024. So this is price discovery, and the sky is the limit basically. Now in terms of the market cap, I think we're getting closer to $200 million. I started covering this when it was at 70 million. So I think that's great. The potential is still there. My target has been something like $1 billion. So from now, I think that's looking more like a 5x. But I know that, some people have got way higher price targets than I do, and they're looking for ZEBEC to even get maybe to something like $10 billion, $5 billion, whatever the case may be. I think it has the potential, because the area in which it's trying to focus is something that has never been done before. It's really pretty much novel. And also that's where global payments are just going towards. I mean, this is the new narrative in my humble opinion, and I'm big on coins like ZEBEC, coins like Tailcoin, coins like Alchemy, XRP, XLM, Quant, stuff like that, because that's really the new payment system that is going to be coming. So that is just to add to the fundamentals of the project. But I mean, even investors like Coinbase here, I think at some point there is going to be a listing right there on Coinbase, and this we just, probably at that point it's going to be too late to buy into ZEBEC, because what if it's already at $1 billion in terms of its market cap and stuff like that. So I have always looked at ZEBEC in terms of its price action, and so far everything is looking good. Maybe something fundamental happened today. Maybe the price actually is pumping for different reasons altogether. But the things that we have been talking about consistently was to say that this is a work of accumulation pattern. You usually break out of there, and you usually push towards the upside. Again, we have got two accompanying patterns like the bull flag, and then we also have got this one which just formed right there, which is a cup and handle formation. I think it's something that is looking great right there. So let's wait and see if ZEBEC can go ahead and reach something like 0.007, but I think it's actually much more likely than not that it goes to do something like that. Also considering that Bitcoin is trading pretty much at all-time highs here, I think that's a good fuel for ZEBEC and pretty much all altcoins to go ahead and do something once, that dominance starts dropping, because that's the only thing that we have been waiting for. I think we're also kind of getting there, because if you see here that, once the Bitcoin dominance dropped its, what I would say, structure, now looking like it's going to be backtesting that previous, support now as resistance. Let's see what happens in this moment. But should something like this happen here, man, congratulations, you have made it with ZEBEC and every other altcoin that you were holding pretty much, because I don't think in that moment, something is going to be left behind. But I think ZEBEC for now is the one that is stealing the limelight, and may it continue to be like this. Fantastic pattern here, cup and handle formation. But of course, that's not the only thing. We're also looking at this bull flag that we have been talking about time and again. We're also taking a look at the RSI, and it's creeping into that 70 mark. This is usually considered a overbought territory. But when you do something like this here, test it and then come back, don't drop all the way down here. Just quickly come back to test it once again. Now that's momentum indicating that there are a lot of buys which are being placed right there, and I think that's fantastic. Again, if we take a look at the work of accumulation pattern, we're in a moment like this one here. Yeah, the breakout may not just happen all at once, but I think we can have somewhat of a back test. I don't know when this is going to be happening. I really don't care, to be honest with you, but a back test or maybe a little bit of chilling right above this horizontal support here, I would say right around 0.0022. I think that's also something that is looking good for ZEBEC right there. So yeah, I don't think it's something that should be disheartening if you see the price revisiting these areas one more time. Just know that this is usually what happens with work of accumulation patterns, just as I showed you in this structure right there. Just build something right there before you can actually go ahead and send much more. But for now, the biggest thing to celebrate is that we are breaking above that resistance. We are looking like we can go ahead and do something like price discovery right there for ZEBEC. That's great. Before I go, our partners over there at Bank, the exchange, they've got this amazing welcome bonus in which they can, give you up to almost 50% of what you are depositing in your futures account. An example, if you go ahead and deposit $500, you receive up to 200 USDT trading bonuses that you can use to trade and even make much more money from that. $1,000 gets you something like 450 USDT in trading bonuses, and you will be able to use that as you trade as well, make money even from that as well. So definitely go ahead and check out the rules. I've gone on to put the link in the description, and you can use that one to access this activity right there. Now, if you feel like you don't want to participate in that one, you can go ahead and participate in another one, which is a lucky spin kind of a thing. You go ahead, spin the wheel, and stand a chance to go ahead and win a Rolex and an iPhone 16 Pro Max. All you have to do is register with them and trade as a minimum $5. I think that's, I think everybody can satisfy that condition. Actually, the more you trade, the more attempts that you can do. So you can do it up to 7 times. And I think after 7 trials, somebody's going to get lucky and win these amazing prizes right there. So I want to thank you so much for watching the video. If you could, please delicately tap the like button, share the video with your friends and family, and I'll see you in the next one. Take really, really good care of yourselves. Bye-bye.